All right, look at us. We are official. Okay. Karen, why are you on the screen so big? I wonder. It's Karen, everyone. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let me see if I can. I don't know. I'm going to try this and see what happens. So, welcome, you guys. I think we're right on time here at 9 o'clock Eastern. So, if you are watching us on Facebook, maybe give us a shout out to let us know that you can see us and that everything's working, that you hopefully can hear us. I'm going to check too to see if I can see the broadcast on my device. There we go. For whatever reason, there we go. I'm on there. Okay, it's working. Excellent. Linda's there. We can see people now. All right, welcome everybody. So this is only our second event called We Try It Before You Buy It. It's a new segment that we're doing. Thanks, Linda. Nice emojis. I love emojis. They make me feel like I am accomplishing something. So we tonight are going to be talking with a few folks that have been trying a brand new line of products called Adaptiv. doTERRA has released their new products for what year is this? 2019 at convention. And one of the product lines, a new product line, is called Adaptiv. And you're going to be hearing about a supplement, Adaptiv supplement, an Adaptiv roll-on, and then an Adaptiv essential oil. Okay, so we're going to talk about what it is, what it's for, and then you're going to hear from some people who literally have no skin in the game. They're just regular people like you that have agreed to try the product and then report back. So, and then I'm hoping to get a couple of other folks on here that we're still missing. And so hopefully they'll make it because I know some other people have some great testimonials about the product. So first, let me introduce myself and then let me tell you a little bit about the product and then we'll meet some of our friends that have agreed to share. Okay. So I'm Deanna Nichols. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond. That is a fancy way of saying that I have been sharing and educating on doTERRA essential oils for almost 7 years. In February, it'll be 7 years for me. And I love doTERRA. I am all in. I use the products every day. They have absolutely been a huge part of me changing my entire wellness situation. I was not always a well person, and using the doTERRA products daily as part of my wellness regimen, including a healthy diet, including trying to be active, including lots of healthy choices in my life, has made a big difference in my wellness. And so you that know me know that I love all the doTERRA products, but I'm going to make a pretty radical statement right now because I love a lot of doTERRA products, but I have never loved a product as much as I love this. So I do not have any sort of official problems with feeling extremely sad or extremely feeling anxious. I don't typically have those issues. I am a person who has a lot going on in her life. Like I am always juggling a lot of things simultaneously. I do run a multi-million-dollar business. I'm a mom. I homeschool. I travel a lot. And so I do have a lot going on in my life. And so for that reason, I feel like that I have a lot of balls in the air and I sometimes can feel overwhelmed and stressed as a result. Like I'm trying to do multiple things at once. And even though, hi Paula, it's good to see you. Hey, Mary James, she's on here. I can see some other guests. Please say hello and give us a shout out when you hop on. And let us know where you're from too if you're watching, so we can kind of greet you. But yeah, so I feel like I have created a life that I want. I've created my life the way that I want in that even though I run this huge business, I have decided that I'm only going to work 3 days a week. However, because of that, I do have a lot of people trying to kind of push in on me on non-work days and try to get me to work and answer questions and things. And so I feel sometimes that my attention is being put in all different areas at once. And so what I immediately noticed, and I decided to try this product right away when it came out because I always try the products myself to make sure that I can give people an accurate picture of what the products do and how I feel taking them. So I have some personal experience. I never recommend a product that I haven't tried myself. And I never recommend a product I don't love. That's something that, if you know me, you know that's true. So I decided to try this immediately. And definitely the first thing that happened was I had a very extremely stressful situation happen and I was just using the oil. I had not used the supplements yet. I was just using the oils. I don't even know why I decided that morning to use the oils. And then something really, really incredibly scary happened to me that same day. And it was that a hotel, I was staying at a very nice hotel that I stay at a lot. And a hotel employee used his key to allow a total stranger entrance to my room. And it was just me and my son in there. And I was not dressed or expecting anyone. It was like a 3-room suite. And my son was in one suite and I was one room and I was 3 rooms away. And I heard men in our room suddenly early in the morning. And it was just a really scary experience. Long story short, I definitely had a reaction. Of course, as you would, went into like mama bear mode and protect mode and all of those things. But when I reflected back on the incident, I felt that I was strangely calm in the midst of massive chaos. And I was immediately impressed with this product. And so I've had a couple of other incidents happen. I'm not going to go into details, but I had a couple of other incidents happen where I definitely was able to react and react appropriately, but I didn't get shaky. I didn't like raise my voice. I didn't freak out. I'm a person who can be, I'm a redhead, right? So like stereotypically we're pretty cool until something happens and then we can be like kind of, and I'm sort of known for that. Like, I can get pretty passionate in the moment. And even though I still felt that I reacted in a way, I reacted to the appropriately, I did not embarrass myself or overreact. And that's one thing that I was very impressed about immediately. Then I started learning about the supplement. I didn't understand what it was for because they kind of told us it was designed for people who struggle on a regular basis with feeling anxious feelings a lot, or overly anxious, or really sad. And so I didn't really think that pertained to me. So I wasn't using the supplement. And then I decided, well, I think I need to try this so I can give people kind of a gist of what it was for. I didn't understand that it was designed to be used by everybody, like people who don't have a problem or at least a long-term issue. And so this is what I want you to know if you're thinking about trying these products, is that it was designed for everybody because it was designed to help you to actually respond to stressful situations. We all have stressful situations and you need to be able to respond. We have a fight or flight response. We're supposed to be able to react when something scary happens, something where we need to protect or we need to defend or whatever it is. But we don't want to stay in fight or flight. And we definitely want to feel like we're using our logical mind, even in a chaotic situation. And that's what I feel happens with the oil too, but also, man, with the supplement, that's the thing I love the most is the supplement. So I have actually gone to using this daily as part of my daily wellness regimen. And the reason why is because I get so much more done. I don't get distracted. I feel like I'm like at my best. So some of the things that I'm good at all the time are strategy, like strategic. So if somebody has a problem, I see a solution and I'm always looking for ways to like make stuff work and on the fly just coming up with ideas. When I take the Adaptiv supplement, I am like more of that. So I feel like whatever I've compared this to the Limitless. Remember Limitless, that movie where they take the pill and then all of a sudden you're like smarter and just, I don't know, you just make better decisions and whatnot. I feel like whatever abilities that I have are enhanced because it kind of like strips away all of the overwhelm and it helps me to focus on one thing at a time. So I can give my full ability and full attention to the task in front of me. And for me, realized that the supplement works best when I take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I've tried it lots of different ways and that's how it works the best for me. I once took it later in the day and then I was still like trying to work full on at like 4 a.m. So it made my mind like too active if I took it later in the day. I feel the supplement helps with making my mind more active and focused. And then the oils helped me a lot more with staying calm in the face of stress. So they're designed to be used together. And if you're wondering why there's a roll-on and there's an oil, this is what they told us. They said the roll-on is so that you can put it on, and then the oil is so that you can put it in a diffuser for the people around you who are unwilling or unable to take the supplement and the roller. You know how there's people in your life that are massive chaos all the time and massively overstressed, and maybe they are very sad and have lots of anxious thoughts and feelings, but they don't necessarily aren't willing to do anything about it. Well, they affect you. If they're in your constant environment at home or work or wherever, they're affecting you. And so one way that you can bless yourself and them is to put this oil in the diffuser. And I am hearing that it actually diffuses really well with copaiba oil, which incidentally is free this month when you place a 200 PV order. That's not hard to do this month either, because the convention pack with all 13 of the new products is 200 PV. So you get the copaiba oil and the copaiba soft gels, as well as another oil called yellow mandarin for free this month, which is, if you're watching this on the replay, we're referring to October of 2019. And so basically what I'm trying to tell you is that you need the copaiba. And there's copaiba in here, but there's something extra about diffusing them together, especially for sleep, okay? So personally, I feel like these are better to use throughout the day and at bedtime, and then the supplement is better to use during the day. Now, I'm hearing other people say different things, so we'll hear from some of our other folks what they're getting in their results. If you're watching on Facebook Live and you have a testimonial or a question or comment, please share it in the comments, because that helps other people too, to hear from multiple others. Let me tell you really quick what is in the supplement, because this is big stuff, okay? This is, by the way, there are 3 brand new products doTERRA released that have a massive amount of clinical research behind them. This is one of the most, this product has one of the most, I can't say this properly. Out of all of our products, 3 of our new products, the turmeric dual chamber soft gels, the Adaptiv line, and the peppermint and tarot coated soft gels have the most clinical research of any products that we've ever released. What we did is we actually took research and then we created a product to match it. There was a ton of research and development behind these 3 products. So what I want you to know about the supplement is that it is not just an essential oil in a capsule. I don't want you to be confused. The essential oils that are in the oil blend are in here, but there's other plant material in here, okay? So what is in here is, this is the first time ever that somebody created a product that had neurotransmitters, alkaloids, fatty acids, and essential oils all together. These are all 4 things that benefit your brain and your cognitive ability, your ability to think clearly and calmly, okay? And to feel happy and to feel, just kind of to feel happy and normal, not to feel extremely sad or extremely anxious. So the alkaloids, now you can look up some of this stuff if you want to learn more science about it, but the alkaloids that are in here are what help with sustaining serotonin and GABA. So serotonin is kind of like something in your brain that helps you to feel happy, okay? And then GABA as well helps with your stress response. So where we get the alkaloids from is we get those from scallidium root, okay? We actually extract 4 alkaloids from it, and it helps with serotonin, okay? So your body does this normally. Your body makes serotonin normally. Your body makes GABA normally, and that's what a normal, healthy body does. So we're just supporting your body in the ability to do that, okay? So it's just bringing balance to your whole cognitive system, your ability to think and act using your brain and not necessarily just emotional responses or fear responses. So if you are somebody who, for example, feels when you get up in the morning and you're getting ready for school or work, you just have a lot of anxious thoughts and feelings, maybe upset tummy about and not and kind of dreading your day, that is this is a great product for you. If you're somebody who has had traumatic events in your past that you sort of can't shake and you can't stop thinking about over and over and over again, this is a great product for you. If you struggle with sad feelings often, and that is a long-term struggle for you, this is for you. If you have trouble sleeping, and shutting off your brain, this is for you. If you have trouble focusing on one task at a time and just kind of completing tasks, if you have trouble with overwhelm and feeling like too many things are coming at you, this is for you. If you are an overreactor to a stressful situation, this is for you, okay? So this is pretty much for everybody, okay? You don't have to have a problem, you just have to be human and have stress, which we all do. The other thing that's in here is plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, very powerful for the brain. And we get that from ahi flower. So if you're vegan, you don't have to worry, this doesn't have fish oils in it. And this promotes healthy tissue in the brain. Who does not want healthy tissue in the brain? So you don't have to have a problem with your brain. You just want to support healthy tissue. We all want that, especially as we age. Okay. Then we have the essential oils that are in here. The essential oils, copaiba, Copaiba is the oil that helps to promote homeostasis in the body. That means like all day long, we're going up and down. Our immune system's reacting to things, our emotions are reacting to things, our nervous system's reacting to things. We want the body to be able to come back to level, not stay here. We don't want it to be like danger, danger, danger all the time. If you are in a state of fight or flight all the time, your nervous system cannot relax and calm down and go back to a rest and digest state or a normal state. If it can't fluctuate, if it's stuck one way or the other, you can end up with a really high amount of cortisol, stress hormone. If you have a lot of cortisol in your body for a long period of time, it can affect your digestion. It can affect your weight. It can affect the aging process. It can lead to all kinds of serious issues. All right. So I have struggled with this for a lot of my life. So I can tell you that having a cortisol issue can lead to years and years of long-term problems. So you want to be able to bring your body back to homeostasis. And copaiba is the oil for homeostasis. In fact, if you use copaiba with any other essential oil, the other oil is going to work better in your body. If you use copaiba with a healthy diet, your body is going to receive the information from those foods better. Anything that you put with copaiba it's your body can receive information better when it's in that balanced state. I'm trying to do this to show you my seesaw, but I don't have a wide enough camera angle. That's what I'm doing when I'm doing this. I'm saying like you want to be level. Okay, and that's when your body can repair and heal like it's supposed to naturally be able to do. This is so cool. Lavender. There's lavender in here and you're like, whoop-de-doo, I always use lavender, but lavender is it's the amount of lavender in the Adaptiv blend that makes it exceptional for people who have trouble with sad feelings. Okay, so if that's something you struggle with, then this product, the research behind the amount of lavender that we used is what is so significant here. What else do I want to tell you? When you inhale essential oils, it affects your limbic system. Your limbic system controls like your breathing, your heart rate. There's a gland, there's a place in your brain called the amygdala that controls how you feel. When you inhale essential oils, that's affected in seconds. So this blend was designed to be inhaled, which is why we put it in the diffuser. We also put it in a roller so you can literally roll it on and smell it throughout the day. Okay, so you can roll it on your chest. There's a lot of talk about rolling it on the webbing of your fingers. That has apparently some sort of effect. I don't even understand exactly why that is, but that's kind of a thing that's been recommended. I like to roll it on that bone right behind my ear. That's where I like it the most. I roll it on the back of my son's neck. I roll it on the back of my husband's neck when he's driving in traffic. I diffuse it in the car for the car diffuser, especially when we're in a, we're pulling our RV through like Baltimore like we did last week in traffic, stressful situations, so we can respond appropriately. Okay. When you take out the crazy emotions from the situation, you're able to still respond, but you're able to respond in a more logical way and have fewer problems. There's also magnolia oil in here, which is far more calming than even lavender oil. I'm a huge magnolia fan. If you know me, you know that I like practically eat that oil. It's so yummy to me and I crave it. So that oil is in here. There are specifically chosen essential oils in here that are going to help your nervous system and your brain to be in a calmer, more focused state and a happier state. Okay. So let's talk to some people who've tried this oil. We're going to start with Karen. Karen, I think I can, you can turn your camera back on, I believe. I'm going to unmute you. I believe I am going to unmute you. There we go. Can you turn
I'm
your camera
unmuted.
back on? Let's get your lovely face in here. There we go.
Hello.
Karen is a friend of mine. She's from Utah. She was not one of the people who I asked to sample the product. She is just somebody who has purchased the product and then had a pretty cool story happen. And I wanted her to share that with you. So first, Karen, tell us, why did you, can you describe for us the reason why you agreed to purchase this product? Like, what was it that drew you to the product?
I knew it was a new product coming out. I thought I could use the stress relief. My kids could use the stress relief. And so we just decided, I just thought we'd give it a try and see what happens. Give it a go.
Okay. Cool. Exactly. And that's exactly why I purchased it too. I have to have all the new things. That's just part of my thing. But I also wanted to try it and just kind of see what the big fuss was. There's a lot of fuss about this product. So I wanted to know why. So what did you discover? Like, tell us exactly the story that you shared online that made me want to ask you to be on here.
So this is really, it's funny now, but it wasn't then. But last weekend, one of my neighbors decided to have a raging after hours party. But my husband and I went to bed kind of late at like 1, and they hadn't started their party yet. And so we were really in need of sleep because we don't usually go to bed that late. That was bad on our part, I guess. And then at 4:15 in the morning, we heard our doorbell ringing over and over again, and laughter and thundering down the stairs. And this is the second time this has happened, not the first, with these particular neighbors. And we have one of those Ring doorbells so we can see them on video and send it to the office and tell them what to do. But it's just annoying that like they've already gotten the notice and they're doing it again. And so what my brain does if I'm up at 4:15 in the morning and I've only had 3 hours of sleep is it goes, now we have to solve all the world's problems.
Right.
I must make it so that millennials understand what kind of parenting karma they're creating for themselves. What solutions can I come up with now? And I remembered you saying that you put the Adaptiv oil on the heart chakra area. And so I was like, I'm noticing that that's like where all the fight or flight adrenaline went to when you're like awoken from a dead sleep at 4 a.m. and you've only gotten 3 hours of sleep. You're like, what the heck's going on? So I went in and I just was like doused my sternum with the oil, like, because that's just one of my spots where it just goes like this because of large boobs. And am I allowed to say that?
There's no rule that says you cannot say that. That is
okay.
True.
Okay. So between that and wearing like underwire bras and all that, this is just this. My sternum is just one of the areas where like I get all the tension and then it like wraps around to my back, and then I have like all these rib issues or what, but it starts here. And so I was like, I'll try that. So I just doused my sternum with the Adaptiv. And I was like, oh, wait, waited to see, like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but it was really amazing what happened, because it was just like this, like a lotus flower opened, my heart chakra opened, and I was in a perfect Zen space. And I'm joking, and that's like seriously funny yoga kind of terms that people say in like new agey communities or whatever. But that's literally how it felt. It was so weird. It was just like this open, and there was like this emptiness. There was no more adrenaline. There was no more like, I'm gonna, have to figure it out. And my brain stopped doing the hamster got off the wheel and said, I'm going to bed now. And that's what I did. I like laid down in bed and I fell asleep, which is almost impossible for me, especially after an occasion like that. So
wow.
Ta-da! And since then, every time I feel a little tension here, I put it on and it just gone. 2 seconds, not even seconds, it goes away like poof.
Yeah. And so what I'm hearing you say is like, I feel like people feel their tension and stress in certain areas. Like I feel mine in my upper stomach every single time. And you're telling me you feel it here in your chest. So you put it where you felt the stress and then you sort of felt it melt away. And that is very cool.
It was more like an instant vanish, like boom, gone. Wow. Okay. Now what am I going to do next?
That's awesome.
I guess I'll go back.
I love that. I love that. So would you recommend, so do you feel like you have a lot of constant stress and anxious feelings in your life, or do you feel like you just have like normal ups and downs like a regular day?
I'm really chill. Like I'm a super chill person. So, I mean, but I do get tension here just physically because of the bazoombas. So I,
oh my.
My brain wants to say the C word still. So you know what that is.
Yes. So the good news is, yes, but the good news is that for those of you watching that think like, oh, I don't need this because I don't have those problems. Like this is just regular people that are trying this and telling you there's their day-to-day stress and discomfort that just happens situationally is much easier to navigate. So I thank you so much for sharing. I
Yeah,
really appreciate your, feel free to turn off your camera or stick
sure.
around if you like. We're gonna hop on over to Sarah. I'm gonna unmute you and I think you have to turn your camera back on. Hopefully she's there. Sarah, there she is.
Hi.
Hi. All right, Miss Sarah. So Sarah was basically just agreed to try the product out. And I had a secret reason for having her try it because I thought that there was probably some people in her life that she could then mention this to. She probably meets a lot more people than the average person who struggle with anxious thoughts and sad thoughts. And so, but for you personally, I know you didn't have a lot of time to try it, just a short period of time. Would you say that you're a person that has a lot of stressful stuff going on in your life on a day-to-day basis?
So I definitely have a lot of stress going on in my life in general.
Yes.
And it's, I think, easy to get overwhelmed with all of the things and trying to manage multiple roles. But I'm not necessarily like a stressed out person, but when you're hit with a million things all going on at once, it can be overwhelming at times for sure.
All right. So that being said, what were you able to try? I know you had just a few days to kind of try the products. What were you able to try, and what experiences, if any, did you notice?
Well, I will say one thing that really stuck out to me is I really like the smell of it. It's
Yes.
very, just breathing it in, it smells really good and it's calm just to breathe it in. And one of the things you mentioned earlier that I also noticed is that one of my stress points is because I'm homeschooling and I have a 5-year-old that I'm homeschooling, and he is a extremely busy guy who's not exactly like enthused and getting up every morning saying, "Yes, mommy, teach me something new." He's like, "Are we done yet? Can I go on? I don't want to do that." So anyway, as I was working with him this morning, I was I think more easily able to meet my goals, and when he's frustrated, just smile at him and talk really calmly, and kind of like your situation at the hotel, just have that aided self-control of the things that how you would normally respond and expect to respond, but just felt more able to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
So and I did I rolled it on some, and I think that does help even with muscle tension. I've seen that. And I personally would like to see a few more days myself with taking the pills in the morning to
Yeah.
see if that helps with just focus and concentration. I'm not like ADHD, but sometimes, figuring out, okay, what is like on fire right now that I need to deal with first, and then move on.
Exactly.
I'd like to see how it does in those situations.
Okay. So that's fair. And like I noticed the very first time I took the capsule, but I'm hearing other people say like they didn't really notice for a couple of weeks of taking it regularly. I definitely like the first time this is okay. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I used to have to take a medication to wake me up because I had a sleep disorder. And I remember the first time I took that, it was like the first time my brain was awake for probably 15 years. And so I was like, oh, this is how you're supposed to feel. And this is how things are supposed to look when they're actually clear and your mind is awake. So I'm definitely not saying like you should take this instead of a drug. Don't hear me say what I'm not saying, but I do know what that felt like the first time I took that medication. And that's how I felt the first time I took the capsules. I just kind of felt like everything was clearer to me. Like my thoughts were clearer, everything was sharper. I was sharper. I just felt like I was just ready to conquer the world. So some people, it does apparently take longer for them to notice that or whatever. So give it some time. But I do feel the best when I take it every day. So I thought that you were just supposed to take it when you had more stress going on. But I think that it's made to help you respond, to your children when they're being crazy, to not crack and just kind of yell at them or just be short tempered with them, but to be calmer. So I'm hearing people say things like, their kids are telling them, "Mommy, you seem happier," or "Honey, you don't seem like you've had such a rough day." And so the people around us are noticing. And I've heard a lot of personal comments about myself, like from other people, about how I act when I take it. So I encourage you to continue taking it. And I would, Sarah's a person who pretty much does 75 billion different things. And so this was pretty much designed for you. So that's why I kind of picked you to be a guinea pig for me. But yeah, keep using it and report back. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. So feel free to turn your camera off if you want. But thank you again for being here. We're going to go on to Christine. Christine, I've unmuted you. If you can turn your camera on, I think you have the control to do that. So Christine is very new to doTERRA. There she is.
Hi.
And Christine, I was like, while you're new and you're trying a ton of new things, let's also try the new products. So Christine took a survey of how she normally feels throughout her day, and she doesn't feel like she deals with a lot of stressful and anxious thoughts and feelings or sad feelings. So she wasn't somebody who definitely had like a big problem that we were trying to fix. But we wanted her to just experience the product and just kind of get her feedback. So Christine, what did you try, and what were your experiences?
I mostly tried the capsules. I did use the oil, the roll-on, just because I remember you saying at one time that when it was later in the afternoon, you wouldn't want to take the capsules, because you wouldn't sleep well. So I thought, well, let me try that. But I think I must be just a stubborn customer. So I tried it in the morning and I couldn't tell a big difference. And then when I had days that I thought, hey, I could use a little perk, I tried it in the afternoon after lunch, and I can't say that I saw a big difference either. Or I used the oils, So maybe I'll have to be more observant driving in Virginia traffic and seeing if I'm calmer.
Yes.
But so far,
because for me, it's been like the extremely busy days when I had like probably massively overcommitted myself, or if I had like this really crazy stressful thing happen, like I told you the one example about like just the unexpected invasion of my hotel room. I was glad that I had already used it when the stressful thing happened. So I feel like that's kind of key, is you have to have a moment where you're like, oh, wow, that was out of character how I responded. Like I normally would have responded a bit more, crazy. I don't want to say crazy. That's not very nice. But for me, I tend to, my dad would say, like, try to smash a gnat with a hammer kind of responses. And I just noticed that I have a more proportional response when I'm using this product. So that's fair. So I think like you would usually have like a 7-day supply kind of. So not like a whole bottle or anything, but just enough to kind of give her the gist for a person who doesn't deal with a lot of stress on a regular basis, just to see kind of how it affects the average person. So thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate your feedback and your willingness to try the product. You can feel free to turn off your camera and mute yourself if you like. So in closing, I do want to say I had a couple of people that I really wish could have been on here, because my one friend has a child who actually deals with a lot of, I guess, like emotional issues and a lot of sensory issues. And she was literally in tears telling me the difference in her child. So I'm hoping that that you guys will hop on over to our members only Facebook page and look up some of the testimonials people have shared over there, because it's pretty incredible. I've had multiple stories told recently of people that have had life-changing results with this product. And I'm going to put myself in that category, because I just didn't realize how much stress was affecting me on a daily basis until I started using this. And I'm excited to get into a lot of people's hands. I was at an expo. I did like a 4-day expo, 3-day expo the past 2 weeks. And I met a lot of people, including veterans. And I have to say, a lot of men who expressed to me that their biggest health concern was consistently having anxious thoughts and feelings. And I've let a lot of people try this product, and I have heard amazing feedback from people, even after just one try. So I feel like you might notice immediately if you struggle with more stress than the average, or if you consistently are dealing with sadness or anxious thoughts and feelings, okay? If I sound like a commercial, it's because I'm choosing my words carefully. Okay, so if you feel sad on a regular basis, or have anxious thoughts and feelings on a regular basis, you definitely want to try this. And if you're just a person who wants to be able to respond to stressful situations calmly and take thoughtful action and responses, then this is a daily product for you. So I recommend the oil and the supplements. And I would love for you to try them and report back and let us know. So I hope that's encouraged you to try it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those that participated in the panel and took the time to be on the video tonight. We appreciate your feedback. Share this video with your friends, especially if you know somebody that can benefit from this. And we will be back next month. I don't know, we snuck one in on you, and we did this, I think, on the 4th Thursday. It's usually 3rd Thursday. We're going to be trying another product and hearing from some folks about another new product that has recently come out. And we're going to be contacting some people to try the products and see how they work before you invest. These products are very reasonably priced. You can purchase them individually, oil, roller, supplement, or you can purchase them together in a bundle. And if you buy things in a bundle from doTERRA, you tend to save a bundle. So that's the best way to get it. All right, y'all, thank you for being here. And I will see you here on Tuesday, November 4th for Deanna's Got Deals. Find out what the special deals are for November. We have Christmas or holiday, I guess I'm supposed to say holiday, holiday products coming out November 1st, lots of limited time only products. And I'm going to be putting together an amazing wellness bundle for you for November to save you a bundle of cash and let you try some really fun new products. So thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Shine on.